So I guess speaking of replaying, hello and welcome back to the MPL OT online tournament number 4, everybody. We're in Top Cut round 1 again, totally not replaying what we just said last time. Commentating with you is Flip, and with me is JM, and we're in round 1 of Top round high. It's very nice. Round 1 of Top Cut. SableyeVGC against JustinSnores. We had a bit of technical difficulties in their first game. What we're doing now is we're replaying the match, considering the DC happened turn 1. So we're gonna have them replay turn 1.
Yeah, exactly as it happened the first time.
Mm-hmm. Minus the DC. Mm-hmm.
Minus the DC, hopefully, obviously.
Yep. Here it is again. Regularly going back into Porygon 2. Dynamax is incoming on both ends.
Exactly. Yep. And we see the Calyrex Dynamaxing.
Yeah, man. The Ghost Horse already being even faster than it already is. Well, then it already was when it was Spectrior, I mean.
And hitting a lot harder than it does when it's just Spectrior. And now we can see the Colossal not only Dynamaxing, but Gigantamaxing. Gigantamaxing?
Yeah, Gigantamaxing, I get. Yeah, and it gets in Colossal's case, right? Because that's its G-Max form you have there. Or no, actually, wait.
Oh, it is a G-Max.
Okay, yeah.
You should know it's a rock type.
I guess because I don't use Colossal that much, right?
That's fair enough. It has a 4 times weakness to water, which is still used to unlock his abilities, Steam Engine, and the
And speaking of that, Aqua Jet into Colossal to activate the weakness policy and the Steam Engine. Rockfall onto Calyrex. Not gonna kill though. But that G-Max Volcalith, right? Just working like Charizard's G-Max move, where it does about 1/8 damage for like the next 4 to 6 turns, I believe. I think it's 4 turns.
Like that. Which in doubles is usually most of the battle, if not more than how long it lasts.
Especially now that Pokemon can Dynamax, right?
Yeah.
And now we see him going down.
Yeah, we see a Max Quake into the Colossal, taking it down, which is unfortunate. You see the Calyrex taking damage from the stones and its Life Orb. Porygon taking damage from the rocks.
I'm just glad not to see another DC, disconnecting notification pop up on screen right now, which means that Justin still has a chance to turn this around.
Yeah.
Even though his guy has been taken down turn 1.
Yeah. And it's and the Calyrex now has a +1 boost in special attack and special defense.
Right. Switching out the Porygon 2 over here, bringing in Incineroar, smart play to lower the attack of both Urshifu and Rillaboom, because I don't know how Spectre wasn't all that bulky in defense. So let's see how much that. Ooh,
that Intimidate coming clutch.
I'm telling you, man.
Max Phantasm onto the Rillaboom.
That KO, I didn't.
I did.
Yep. Yeah, I did. I thought I might. I didn't know if it had a little bit of HP left. But
yeah, I had the same thing.
Yeah, that took it down. That she was now sitting at -1 defense, -1 attack.
And now it's -2 defense and -1 special defense.
That it does. That's the drawbacks of using close combat. I'm telling you, moves that that Volcalith, the G-Max Volcalith coming in clutch. That little bit of chip damage. That's right, just enough to get rid of it.
Yeah, just because of the Life Orb damage as well.
No, not enough to get rid of the Incineroar though. Almost had him. I'm telling you, stat boosts, stat drops, and moves that have that do end game chip damage, such as hail, the damage from hail, sandstorm, G-Max Volcalith in this case, all come in clutch.
Oh yeah, definitely. We see
now,
the Zacian.
First time seeing a Zacian in this tournament being used, or at least that we're commentating. That is.
Yeah, definitely.
Both sides now can't Dynamax. And we have Regalecki, Incineroar on Sableye's, Zacian and Urshifu on Justin's.
Yeah.
It's 2-2. It's 2 Mons on Justin's side, 3 Mons on Sableye's side. He's bringing in the third Mon again. Porygon
he's
coming in.
Back again.
Mm-hmm.
The download.
Getting the
which-
special attack. Nice
Fine.
call. Now that Zacian is in there on that slot.
Ricky,
Is that gonna focus?
like bringing Urshifu to its focus sash thanks to that special defense drop earlier, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to volt switch and bring in back in the Incineroar for the Intimidate.
Man, this Intimidate back and forth switch is making me think back to that Zygarde match we commentated of how we're just bringing in Incineroar to keep on lowering his attack.
Yeah. Then the Zacian going for close combat, taking out the Incineroar, but lowering his defenses in the process.
Yep. So now he's got +1 attack because of the Dauntless Sword.
He's back down to neutral because of the
Intimidate, right? Thank you for that.
and now we see the Surging Strike, which is gonna hit 3 times and hit every single time.
It's crazy. It's such a crazy move, right? Base 25 plus stab, and hits for crit all 3 times. Like, man.
The damage thanks to that Volculent is also quite, and that Porygon was full HP at the beginning of the turn.
Mm-hmm. Telling you, all the little chip damage, like all the little end game chip damage that comes from some moves, as well as from weather, can really.
It all adds.
It's clutch.
It all adds, and it helps. It's making the game very clutch.
You know
They're
how
both down.
Yeah.
Now both down to their last 2 Pokemon.
You don't know how often I have it. Ooh, to protect here. You don't know how often it happens where I'm fighting Pokemon that I know have a Focus Sash, and since I have Sandstorm up, it's like, all right, I know he's gonna go down the same turn. He's not gonna have an extra turn to like do more damage and knock my guys out.
That's one of the advantages of being able to run the sand. Thing I cannot do as a Fire type gym leader.
Yeah. Unless you want to run your solar powered Charizard under the sun and you take damage from your own weather, then hey.
Honestly, yeah, I will probably do that at some point because it is Regalecki barely surviving there.
In the same boat as Incineroar as before, as we saw.
Yeah.
Just barely living out that Vocalith. I believe it's 4 turns, so I think now there's going to be 1 more turn left after this.
That's fair, but I believe this match will be over before the Volculent stops.
Ooh, look at you making this prediction here. All right. Well, come to think of it, both players are in very similar spots. Each of them have a Pokemon at very low HP, and they have also another Pokemon at 3/4 health for the most part.
Yeah. However, the Zacian does have the defensive drops.
Yeah, from the close combat.
And being a neutral attack is what actually saved the Regalecki there. The Intimidate from the Incineroar coming in clutch. Ooh, the Aqua Jet.
Is that gonna be enough? That is gonna be enough. I mean, I know it's frail, right? I know Regalecki's defense isn't as strong, but I was worried if it was still gonna be enough to get it after all those attack drops because of Intimidate.
Oh yeah, that's true. And then
now I'm a bit worried because we just saw the Swords Dance from Zacian. So you bring up the as you brought up earlier, the neutral, its attack being at neutral, so its attack being at neutral, allowed Regalecki to live the close combat. But now that it's at +2, now that it's revealing that Swords Dance, this puts Sableye in a bit of a bind, especially since it has a fighting type move, and as bulky as Porygon is, it's still a normal type, so it might take considerable damage from that close combat.
Definitely. Not to mention, I was wrong. The Volculent is down now. The game did not finish on the turn I thought it would.
Ooh. But no, now we have, I don't know, but now we have 2 close combaters against a Porygon here, right? But it's under Trick Room, so he's able to outspeed the Urshifu and take him down. So now it's 1v. Yeah, so that's what magically did somehow. But it's 1v1, Zacian versus Porygon.
And what? Yeah, the +2 attack on the Zacian is And a big.
Okay. What's the? Let me take a look at Zacian's.
Axat.
Yeah. Let me take a look at his attack stat real quick, cause that was
First match of the first round of Epcot, and it goes to JustinSnores.
way to go, Justin. I
Yeah.
mean, granted, we're commentating on Justin's and SableyeVGC. We still have round two. We still have, I guess, round two going on, which is Ezra versus, well, not round two, which is another match happening in round one. Sorry, which is Ezra versus Kevin. So depending on depending on who wins on
Wins
our
this.
side, yeah, depending on who wins this, might either face Ezra or Kevin in the finals.
Ooh. Okay.
What's up?
Well, I look forward to seeing it.
Oh, you and me both. I mean, we're gonna have to see. We're commentating it. We
know.
don't know who. We don't know who we're gonna commentate for in the next
Exactly.
match. Well, the next round and for finals. I mean, jeez, I'm losing my words.
I could still win this. I mean, it's just one match out of a best of 3 that he
That he
lost.
can. No, dude, for sure. Just because
Yeah.
you lose game one doesn't mean it's over. Well, I guess now that we have,
Well-
now that we have that out of the way,
We can then into the third match.
yeah.
Also, as a side note, the winner of the other match that we were not commentating on because of
Of what was going on over here, yes. Kevin won it. Holy
Kevin
cow!
won,
2-0 Ezra.
so the winner of this round of this match will be facing Kevin for the final.
Now we're gonna see who will face Kevin. Will it be SableyeVGC or will it be Justin?
Exactly. And now we have Calyrex and Incineroar versus Urshifu and Incineroar.
That we do. Very similar. Jeez, almost similar leads on both sides. Two Incineroars getting those intimidates off, bringing in the Thunderous. I won't. Then again, with Spectre's attack Spectre's special attack already being really high.
Yeah.
Don't have to
we
worry
have-
about the intimidate.
Exactly. And now we have the Dynamax on the Calyrex. With the fake out from the Incineroar onto the Urshifu,
Mm-hmm.
breaking its
And-
focus.
Yeah, and going for the Max Phantasm just to get rid of him. Not having those close combats and then living them after all those defense and special defense drops because of Focus Sash.
Exactly. Now we have the defense drop on the Thunderous, which procs its Find ability. So Thunderous is now at +2 attack, while the Astral, what's it called? The Grimnay activated on the Calyrex for +1 special attack. The Incineroar coming back in.
Telling you.
Well, the Calyrex Incineroar and the game that was played right before that is a really it's a way faster paced way of playing Pokemon than the Trick Room we saw SableyeVGC.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a difference, right? Most of the mons we're seeing out here have like base speed of over 100. Aside from the Incineroar. I don't think none of these guys want a Trick Room.
No.
Want to be under Trick Room too.
Exactly. It's fun to see that even in the same team you can have both kinds of strategies. You can use both. You can be effective with a Trick Room and outside of Trick Room as well, depending on which ones you use in your team.
And speaking of fast paced, that Thunderous went down to this
Yeah, the
life orb to this life orb Calyrex over
Calyrex.
here. Now with +2 in special attack.
Exactly.
Parting shotting it. Let's see how much that's gonna do. Considering considering it has a life orb. Its base special attack, I believe, is 170, if not 150. I believe one of those two.
One of those two still has a +1 on the on its special attack. In comes the Rillaboom with its Grassy Surge. Effectively healing everyone on the field.
Yeah. Bringing Incineroar back to full. This this Calyrex over here, Sableye's dominating with him right now. All those all those max phantasms, getting those defense drops on Justin's guys for Incineroar to then pick up the kill with, say, a Darkest Lariat or a Flare Blitz.
Yeah, exactly. However, Incineroar has not had to do much so far.
Yeah, because this life orb Calyrex is pretty much one-shotting everyone. It's crazy. And he's bringing in the Feeny. Doesn't want him to get any priority. Doesn't want him to get the priority Grassy Glide, as it could be a choice banded Rillaboom. So he's bringing it in to get rid of it. Incineroar with the fake out on Feeny. Now we're gonna see if it's a Max Phantasm onto the Rillaboom. Yep, shutting him down.
Exactly.
Oh,
That
jeez,
had
man.
no chance of doing anything.
Oh, he didn't. Very good play by Sableye to shut down that Rillaboom.
Oh yeah, that's where you see that the terrain control is as important as the weather control used to be back in gens like 6. I think.
If anything, I'm very surprised Sableye's let Justin's Incineroar be out this whole time, since Calyrex is 4 times weak to Dark.
Yeah, but I'm guessing he's not seeing him as much of a threat as the other ones, especially since what Incineroar has been doing all this time is switching in and out.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Probably in fear of a ground type move from Calyrex in turn 1.
And I will see. I don't know. It's who knows? Maybe it could be one of these 1v4 comebacks. Incineroar is bulky. Oh, Justin.
That forfeit.
Yep.
And SableyeVGC is moving on to the finals.
Congrats to Sableye, showing so much dominance in Game 3.
Yeah.
Ghost Horse Calyrex wiping the floor with Justin's Pokemon there. Holy cow! I'm taken aback here because that was
it's
that was
completely
rough.
The strategy you used earlier. Completely different. It's. I think this battle lasted for like 4 turns.
Oh. Yeah, I agree, Pat. I agree, Fred. That was a very fast